Welcome back, everyone. We are here with the interview. I will now pass it over to Seravium.
Welcome back, everybody, to an amazing interview segment here with For the Love of Gaming's Niche-a-thon. I have the special privilege to be able to interview some of our amazing speedrunners during this segment. Sitting digitally here with me, I have Nico with a C, Bucky, bunch of numbers. Eric, I just butchered your name again.
Artisiole.
Artisiole. ApacheSmash. And we're still waiting on poor Danny's thing to show up. But welcome on in, everybody. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Doing okay.
Doing great.
Wonderful, thanks.
Awesome. So we're gonna have just a nice, lovely round robin discussion. And I kind of want everybody to go around. We'll start with you, Nico, and just kind of let me know like who you are, what your main speed runs are, and what your favorite game is to speed run.
Oh dear. Well, I'm Nico. I go by Nico with a C, but everyone calls me Nico because no one can actually spell my name, so I had to spell it out as my username. That's hi. So don't call me with AC like an air conditioner. Corey, please. Yeah, I usually speedrun and stream games that I speedrun, obviously. Control is my favorite game at the moment to speedrun. Bucky has taught me everything I know. So I'm very privileged to have him alongside me today. And besides that, I guess one of my favorite games is RE7 because that was the first game that got me into speedrunning.
Excellent. Bucky.
Yeah, I'm Bucky, with a bunch of numbers, but most people call me Bucky. The only game I speedrun is Control, as that was the first game I started with, and currently it is still my favorite game to speedrun.
And he has like the world record in every category, basically.
Not every, just the two main ones, I guess.
You could if you wanted to. Everyone knows that.
That's true.
All right. Thank you. Artisiole.
All right. Hi. Hello. So my name is actually pronounced artisiole. Get that in your mind.
Artisiole.
If you can't pronounce that, just call me Artie instead. Yeah.
I'll get it by the end of this run, I promise.
Yeah. I run a lot of different games, but the ones I'm probably most known for, I guess, would be the VR games I run, which, yeah.
And Apache?
Hey everyone, I'm ApacheSmash. I run the Metal Gear Solid games, so 1, 2, and 3. Mostly 3, where I do challenge runs on the highest difficulty, and in the marathon I'm running Metal Gear Solid 2, the tanker blindfolded.
Excellent. So, my next question to each of you, and we'll just kind of do another round robin again with this, is if you had in front of you a sealed copy of your most favorite, expensive, rare gem game and your favorite block of expensive, genuine cheese, and you only had 10 seconds to grab one of them because you're being chased by zombies, which one would you grab?
The cheese. Sorry, I love cheese.
The game, man. You could buy a lot of cheese with that game.
What are you gonna use the game for in a zombie apocalypse?
Gotta agree.
Cheese probably pays off in the long run.
Yeah.
True. Cheese.
Actually eat it.
Cheese
what are you gonna,
is the way
to
go.
How would
eat the Metal Gear Solid game?
How would the zombie apocalypse affect the price of sealed games? I think they would go down, right? So maybe the cheese.
No, there would be more vintage, maybe? I don't know. You could probably trade it for a car or something.
I mean, I feel that there is cheese lovers and then there's true video game lovers that even in the video game apocalypse, there is that hesitation. Do you take the most delicious cheese that could be, part of your survival, the sustenance that you need to survive, the protein that you need to survive? Or is there really that nerd in you that is screaming, but it's that sealed copy of Resident Evil 1 long box on PS1 that is sitting in front of me for $1,300, but nobody's going to be able to buy it because it's a zombie apocalypse, but it's the long box edition. So
I mean, depending on the game and the packaging, like you could use the game as a blunt weapon.
That's true.
I like how everyone's trying to solve the survival. Like,
Yeah, everyone's just like, what is
The-
best in survival situation? No one cares about the game or the cheese.
I mean, you could use the game to like potentially befriend the zombies.
it's possible. That's very true. That's very true. All right, that's good. I'm glad that threw you guys for a loop because I did ask Crazy that earlier, and like he was like, cheese, cheese, cheese. Wait, if I got the game, I could actually buy a lot more cheese with that. And so,
Oh shit!
yeah,
Right.
right. And then it was like, but zombie apocalypse, yeah. So it was a dilemma as well. So I'm glad that you guys are thinking about that. All of you are thinking about this, and that process is going through your head. Excellent. So. If there was one game that you don't know how to speedrun that you would like to speedrun that you haven't tried out yet, but you've been eyeballing and that you want to try out, what game would that be? Let's start with you, Nico, again.
Probably. Honestly, Dark Souls 3. I think it would be a very, very cool run to learn. It's so goddamn hard though that I haven't even attempted it yet. But that would probably be the one.
Near Automata for me personally, it just seems like a lot of time commitment that goes into learning that run. And a
All
lot
the
of
game,
difficult tricks.
all the games I want to, like, I've wanted to learn how to run, I have already ran. So I don't
There's
really have an
nothing
answer.
new. There's nothing shiny that like puts a little sparkle into your eye, being like, what if? What if?
I've already done it, so
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
Fair
true.
enough.
I'm gonna make you want to run Control. How's that?
yeah, sure.
And Apache?
if I could get the free time that would be required to do it, then definitely San Andreas. But one that's less time commitment, I'd say like Knights of the Old Republic or the Minish Cap.
Nice, nice, all fun ones. Now, are any of you people that like to submit to other marathons
Yes.
besides For the Love of Gaming? And there's so many different marathons out there. Have any of you submitted to any of the other ones that are up and coming?
Yeah, I'm actually due next week for Powerhouse Marathon. It's Powerful 2021. I'm actually gonna run Control there as well, without socks on though. So that's gonna be nice.
All right.
Also, I've submitted to GDQ, but fingers crossed on that one.
I submitted Control any percent to AGDQ 2022. So
Good luck.
I mean, I can't submit to GDQ, but yes, but I have submitted to a lot of other smaller marathons and stuff.
It doesn't matter the size because all
That is true.
marathons are worth submitting to.
It's the girth,
That
right?
is true.
Saravian?
Well, it's about the charity because honestly, that's why we're all here. We're all here to showcase amazing speed runs, showcase the games that we love, and try and raise some money for amazing charities to help out fellow humans, fellow gamers, and just, show that us gamers actually do give a damn about our fellow humans. And that's what it's about is, I hate
True.
it when, it's true because we as gamers always get kind of pooped upon for just sitting around and playing video games all day and being nerds in our basement,
Yeah, leave me alone, mom.
And it's so much more than that. Like, you guys absolutely show that. You are here at For the Love of Gaming Niche-a-thon playing games in the craziest ways, with socks on your hands and crazy controllers and blindfolded and one-handed, with your feet and all sorts of crazy things for an amazing charity. And that is something that you all should be proud of. And every single time you submit to a marathon like that, most of them are for charities. So that is something that I hope that you were proud of. And if you guys were able to pick a charity, any charity that you could, run a marathon for, what would it be?
Any marathon we could pick?
Any charity.
Oh, any charity.
Any charity that you could choose.
I think.
I'm putting you guys on the spot.
Yeah. I think charity that helps cancer victims are extremely nice, or whatever you want to call it. Like really, really helpful, and usually a lot of donations come in because a lot of people are affected by it in their daily lives without people actually thinking about it. I think it's like something like 1 in 5 people are actually affected by it personally. So that would probably be mine.
I think for me it'd be Get Well Gamers, which is it's for children's hospitals to donate games consoles for all the sick kids, so they have something to do to take their mind off, being in hospital.
Excellent.
I was gonna say same answer as Nico, because I personally have lost loved ones to cancer, so definitely a charity that goes into cancer research, and also a charity that would go towards like helping cancer victims, I guess financially. But I haven't researched charity, so I don't know which ones those would be.
That's okay. Feel like
Lacking
we're
one
missing-
answer.
Yeah,
Is it Apache or artisiole?
artisiole.
Wait, I'm trying to find something.
Googling
There was
Top
one
10
marathon. There was
Top
one
10
marathon I
charity.
ran at like a month ago, and like I really like the charity, but I forgot the name for it.
Oh, what was the
What kind of
cause?
charity
Do you
did it
remember?
support? Yeah, what kind of cause did it support?
It was like Transgender Law Center or something, because Pete the pronouns.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it looks like we just got a raid from the lovely Matt RPD, another amazing speedrunner in our community who got to run earlier, at least this morning. His this morning. Thank you so much for that raid, Matt RPD, and welcome on in, everybody. We're just doing an interview this morning, or this afternoon. I guess it's lunchtime for me, with a bunch of our lovely speedrunners. Another question for all of you is, what game coming out soon, 2020, 2023, a game that's coming out in the near future, are you all looking forward to, that might be on your speedrun kind of eyeball list, or just for entertainment fun?
Battlefield 2042.
Oh,
Not a speedrun, but that game's coming out soon and it's a lot of fun.
yeah. I would probably say, I guess I'm expecting either RE4 remake or RE9 to come out in like 23 or something like that. So that would probably be what I'm looking out for. Apache?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, is it me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Vampire the Masquerade 2, Bloodlines 2, but it seems like it's in development hell, so who knows when that's coming out, but I'm
Didn't even
definitely
know
excited
that
for
was
it.
a thing.
Yeah, the first game was awesome, so look forward to the second one.
Yeah, for me it'd probably be like Neon White, which I saw at the Annapurna showcase earlier this year, and it looks like really fun. It's like an FPS card dating sim game.
So, how do you guys feel about some of these developers, such as Nintendo and Square Enix, to be, as examples, and even Capcom diversifying their releases onto more and more consoles? For example, they've been throwing out more of their games onto PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, all at the same time, instead of just finite making them onto a specific console. How do you guys feel about that?
Personally, I think it's great because it allows more people to actually play their games instead of, like Last of Us, for example, that is only for like PlayStation, which I would love to play, but I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't. But the same with like God of War, the newest one. I would love to play those games, but I can't, which really, really, really sucks in my opinion.
Wait, is Nintendo actually going to release games on PC, or was that a theoretical?
They actually have been pushing some more of their titles, not their proprietary ones, but some of their third-party titles onto Steam.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that. In my opinion, I think that's great because like PC is the best platform for game preservation.
Tell them.
Yes, King.
I mean, that's basically it. Like, hardware becomes less and less accessible as time goes on. So, having a game on PC kind of immortalizes it in that sense.
All right,
Yeah.
and our last, or go ahead.
Really, just the more people that can play the game, the better, I think.
Yeah.
All right, and I got one last question for the four of you before we go to intermission and set up for the next speed run. If there was one game that they could remaster or remake, and please distinguish whether it would be a remaster or a remake because there is a very significant difference between the two, what would it be and why?
RE7, remake it so we can skip the cutscenes. Thank you. That's all. Wasn't thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Tough question. There's too many. If I had to pick one off the top of my head, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. It's a game from 2002 with very deep combat mechanics and whatnot. Interesting story, and I think it could really benefit from a remake. Just modernizing it for gaming today, I guess.
I don't really have any pick, honestly.
None?
Most of the games I really have played have came out in the last 2 years, and also Portal, but that doesn't count.
I'm just going to say what we're all thinking. Gex Gecko remake
Oh,
for the next
dude.
gen.
You just took me back 20
Ooh.
years. Holy shit.
Needs to happen.
That would actually be insane.
Ooh.
What about you, sir?
Well, the RPG nerd in me would really, really like a Legend of Dragoon and a Final Fantasy VI remake. Remaster, actually. They don't need to be remake, just a remaster. But the horror slut in me would really, really like Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3 to act. And I'm not talking about the Wii version of Fatal Frame 2. We can just pick that up and toss that into the garbage. But Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3 needs to come out because with the re-release of Fatal Frame 5 coming out at the end of the month, I feel like hopefully that revives that franchise because I'm a big horror nerd. That's what I do. And bring that out to the new generation because that's my homegirl. I love those. So,
Hell yeah.
all right. So, guys, stick around. Thank you so much to my participants for our short little interview block. Stick around. All of these amazing speedrunners are going to be here on For the Love of Gaming. We will be right back. We're going to be setting up here in just a few minutes. We have NicowithaC setting up for Control any percent inbounds with lots of socks on his hands. I hear there's bunny socks. Is that true?
Absolutely not.
I got
Sorry.
lied to. I
Who
got
told you
lied
that?
to. Crazy. What the hell? Okay. Well, thank you again for all of your help. Can we get shout outs for everybody that was at the interview today? Please go check out their channels, these amazing speedrunners, and we'll be right back.